Can we use yogurt to quicken, thicken some buttered chicken? Let's get cooking.
Before we even get started, I'd like to give a special shout out to chicken for being so damn delicious. And once you're done cutting away all the nastiness, go ahead and dice your chicken into 1-inch pieces, toss them into a bowl, and it's time to assemble our marinade. Start by adding a 1/4 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt, followed by a bunch of traditional Indian seasonings. 2 teaspoons garam masala, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon turmeric, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and a generous 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper if you're into that sort of heat. Give this a good mix with your hands until everything is well combined. Cover with a lid if you have one, or just use plastic wrap, and toss this into a fridge for 30 minutes minimum, up to 24 hours. I recommend at least an hour to develop those flavors. Once your time's up and you're ready to cook the chicken, we need to do a little bit of prep. Start by slicing 1 medium onion. This little guy was a bit smaller than medium, no big deal. You'll also need to grate 5 cloves of garlic. Alternatively, you could use a garlic press or just mince these, but grating will help extract the maximum flavor. Same applies to this ginger, of which we will grate about 2 teaspoons. Prep's all finished. Let's head over to the cooktop. Start by placing a large high-walled pan over medium-high heat and adding in 2 teaspoons of neutral oil. Pull your chicken out of the fridge and begin browning it in batches. It's important not to overcrowd your pan here or you won't get much color. We aren't trying to cook this through, so once you have some color on your chicken, remove it from the pan and set it aside. With an empty pan, add another 2 teaspoons of neutral oil and toss in your onion slices. Sweat these down and start to work up the brown bits from the bottom of the pan. This is all flavor. If it starts to burn, just give it a splash of water or chicken stock and scrape it up. Otherwise, just keep moving the onions and scraping for 4 to 5 minutes until the onions are sweat and tender. Add in your ginger and garlic and cook for 20 seconds, moving constantly. Finish by toasting 1/2 teaspoon of ground coriander for 15 seconds. With everything smelling delicious, let's add in our crushed tomatoes. Give it a minute and then finish scraping up the fond off the bottom of the pan. Bring it to a boil and turn down to a simmer, allowing the water to cook out for about 10 minutes, stirring occasionally. Once your tomatoes start to thicken, it's time to add in our cream. Well, yogurt in this case. It is healthy buttered chicken after all. Add in 1/2 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. Stir until it's well combined. Add in your chicken along with all their juices, bring it to a boil, and then turn it down to a simmer for 8 to 10 minutes until your chicken is fully cooked through and the sauce is thick and orange in color. If your sauce gets too thick, just stir in 1 tablespoon of water to help thin it out. Once your chicken is cooked through, remove it from the heat and serve with either rice or naan, depending on your diet. Garnish with cilantro or thinly sliced green onion if you forgot to pick up cilantro from the store. No matter what, it still tastes great all by itself.
When it comes to healthy cooking, you shouldn't shy away from dishes that you love. Instead, you should figure out how to cook healthy versions of those dishes. Fad diets do not last, but healthy cooking habits do. With that said, this buttered chicken is just as creamy and flavorful as traditionally made, and with the leftover yogurt that you have, you might as well go ahead and try this recipe right over here.